Hello and welcome back to what is no doubt going to be the final part of Lonely Mirror. This final chapter seems kind of short. It looks like I can maybe, I don't know if I want to cheese it a little bit, but we might be able to get through it pretty quickly, provided I place my units correctly. Okay, so pretty quick intro. So yeah, last time we got all of these instruments, I am going to just put them on people. Basically what happens, it's easier to show you the map. So we start right here. These little sigils right here, or malice, whatever they are, he's going to warp around the map and spawn on them. From what I did when I test this out, seems like he wants to spawn here first and then down here. So roughly about turn 5 he spawns down here, and if I just bring all my units in, some dancing, some buffing, and Sylvan can make quick work of him. So it wasn't all that bad of a final map. These guys will rush towards me. I do want to get rid of everything. In the meantime, I also have Hamern on Lael because I would like to repair possibly the Atalanta bow, sorry. Get maybe some more uses of that, and I would also like to repair one of the brave weapons that Curtis has, probably the lance. But yeah, we're all just gonna go in on these skeletons right here. These archmages, yeah, will come for us, and then the heroes over here. So pretty good. Everyone with their legendary weapons should be able to contribute. Unfortunately, Joseph doesn't have anything, but as you've seen, he's really good at taking out other things. So yeah, everyone is pretty much set. I've already prepared this. Let's go ahead and save and begin. By the way, I benched Lang for this. I just thought he was a bit too weak, and it turns out Caden can use a legendary bow. And I also benched Lionel. Oh yes, you definitely will, because you're going to be very important if I do this right. And you will too. That's pretty cool. I guess you can maybe check that out with other characters if you want to, but equip one of those sacred instruments to guard against malevolence. Boone, Lael, Queenie, and Sterling, if I used him, and Edith are naturally immune, so yeah, I didn't put anything on them. So we have a lot of immune people, but and I didn't notice this was a name of the ROM hacker, sorry. Caladrius staff can get rid of that, so we're pretty good on this, and yeah, I gave her the bell so she didn't get berserked. Okay. An interesting music here, although this is a Fire Emblem theme. Yeah, we have a lot of dudes to deal with, so I think I'm going to start by... I want Joseph over here. So I'm gonna put him here. And I guess we can buff Sylvan, maybe. Yeah, this is Tiki's theme from FE Marf's games in FE12. Why not buff Sylvan? He's a good boy. I mean, it was kind of pointless, but let's just have some fun with it. Yeah, this axe will be very important. And getting him another level up would be neat too. We have a scary skeleton right there. Yeah, I want to buff your weapons. I think I had Boone take on this, the Gorgon. Don't want her messing with us, so demons are just probably like the least threatening thing that they can wield. I find Shadow Shot more annoying, and of course Stone. Okay, what do you have? A Killer Lance. Yeah, really no point in restoring this. I mean, this is the last chapter. We're not going to fight too many more enemies, so it's not really Unless it's like really, really low, like my Brave Weapons or Caden's bow. And let's see. I could restore it right now, so where is Lael? Yeah, unfortunately no time for supports. Still get to see him earn use. I actually don't use this staff too much in my playthroughs. I tend to be very conservative with the, 99, that's annoying. Tend to be kind of conservative. Not like hoarding them, but not using them too much. But it served us well for Lang, because he, kind of needed it in some places. I should have probably gave it to him the whole time in hindsight, but, oh well. And that's going to leave him at 2, that's fine. Can Grandma take this out? She can. Don't want to deal with anything brave, but yeah, we can just tear through these enemies right away. Okay, yeah, I'd like Caden to get his stuff repaired. Let's see. Don't really have anything 3 range to fight him with, so I'm just gonna bring Queenie up here. Can she maybe talk to Lael? No. Let's go ahead and dance for Lael. Let's bring everyone in. We will need Noelle for this, and she will get berserked when he comes in range, so have to be mindful of that. Where can we put him that's safe? Yeah, Queenie's kind of in my way, ironically, but we'll just put him here. And I'm gonna go for the lance. I just think it's better. Oh, I did the sword. I think I did the sword. Well, it doesn't matter, as long as I have a brave weapon. There's something I want Curtis to do, provided he's in the right position. And 99 again. Well, she does alright against the final boss. I guess we can test her out. I did have a plan on the 2 units I wanted to kill him with. Although, it's pretty obvious Sylvan's going to be part of that plan. Right. Just move on up. Just gotta make sure that Wise wouldn't be in range, because I do want him to still support Joseph. And that Armor Knight has max defense, or that general above Boone. Ow. Well, this is what you get for hurting Joseph. We do have Fortify, so we're pretty much good on healing for this whole map. And Edith can also, hopefully not die to this. Okay, I think he just procced Great Shield. It looks like that should have done more. Okay. Right, you are a little bit of a problem. I could always dance him in there. I might actually do that. So we want to get in this room. So if I pull you right here... And then this lady has, yes, I did get the Brave Lance. Yeah, she has Nosferatu, so I want to just one around her. And that's why I healed that. Plus, Curtis doesn't have a legendary weapon on him. Okay, good. I think maybe Caden and Leah could handle this. Let me see where this guy can go. Yeah, these things are traversable, obviously, because the boss has to stand there. We could maybe start moving in. I mean, I might as well start working on this. Get Lil one more experience point, I guess, so she can top off something. I should give this to Sylvan too, because he's really close to a level. And yeah, this general here, he has max defense, so I couldn't really do anything to him. And extra dead. So can he max out anything? Well, yeah, one more level to go. Defense is nice. Let me actually see if he capped anything. Yeah, skill speed. I should probably have won over all my units before this. Maybe we can do before the final hit. Alright, we have to get rid of this guy. I think there's some bone walkers, or bow walkers as I like to call them. We need to heal. could Thor on you. We could also buff up someone else. Let's see. Let's start by getting rid of these guys. And maybe we'll just hit a fortify after everything. Oh, nice. Extra dead. Yeah, it's fun to play around with all of your legendary and super broken AS level. Very good one, Caden. Kind of equipment at the very end of the game after it's all said and done. Yeah, I didn't expect that to really... that is enough. Exactly enough damage. And critting on the second one. Okay. Right. I guess we can hit this fortify now. Yeah, you don't see that animation too much. And I feel better if Joseph actually hits him from here because, yeah, don't want him to pop Great Shield or anything. Yeah, he did, so that's exactly why I wanted to do that, because I couldn't take the counter. Oh, okay. It's more like Paviz. Not like FE4 Great Shield, ugh. Alright, I'm going to pull all these guys in. They are going to be helpful. Eventually. I didn't get to use you this turn, sadly. Yeah, that guy won't move, so we can just leave him alone. Although you, Yvette, will be used very soon. Oh, he did move. Well, we'll deal with him. He's not really scary. And that was Gonzalez's Berserker scream. That's kind of funny. I think I might just leave you alone. Yeah, so since Joseph really can't do too much here against the boss, because, yeah, he doesn't have a weapon. I'm just gonna let him... Let's see how he does. Since, yeah, we're not in range of too much, hopefully, so I can just walk up and pummel you pretty much. And I saw the Philly Shield. Oh, yeah, he still does take quite a bit of damage with it, though. Well, I guess it's just the normal damage. Oh, another 99. That's kind of like the theme of this playthrough. Oh, what do you have? A Flame Lance. Yeah, okay, yeah, he did move. I remember him being annoying in that regard. I want Sylvan and Boone in here, definitely. Possibly Lael. Maybe you. I want Wise kind of like right here. Maybe Queenie right here. Catherine doesn't matter because she has one of the items. How does Leia do against you? I don't like that crit rate. Yeah, that's pretty scary. I'm just gonna bring Edith in here too. I could take drop her. Oops. Yeah, we'll just bring everyone in here. Yeah, hopefully this guy will just go away. I don't really want to deal with him. Hello, Bone Walker. Okay, he's going to Joseph. That's fine. Although Joseph has weapon triangle disadvantage. Yeah, he kind of got beat pretty hard by a Flame Lance in one of my practices. Sometimes when I actually do practices, I'll just let them die just so I can get through the chapter and see what's about. But yeah, we'll save that, obviously. Not the best one, but we'll see how he did. Okay. Pretty good. Yeah, yeah, so this guy. Yeah. Who is the amulet now that I think about it? Amulet might be good for... Ah, Sylvan has the amulet. Well, that kind of sucks. I'm just gonna pull him back. Although he might want it if... Not sure if the final boss has crowned him. I might want to have him hold on to it for now, but, yeah, it should be good. Hopefully this works like it did in my practice. So he did go that first top right one, so that's a good sign. Hello. Okay. There he goes. And yeah, he'll spawn dudes, but we're really not concerned about those. So yeah, once he gets in range, we have this Berserk Staff, unless we're holding like a one of the instruments, or we're Boon. So right, first things first is I'm going to move you out of the way, and we're going to use our big Caladrius Staff, creator of the hack. I guess maybe that's a... I don't know if that's a reference because maybe it's like a creation staff or something, I don't know. Usually staffs are related to gods and that kind of thing. Okay, yeah, we're kind of in the middle, so... we could move some people out of the way, like this skeleton. If we can crit him. We are in Leah's support range. Nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and do big buffs. Choose Sylvan, naturally. Let's go ahead and boon support. Go ahead and bonk him over the head. And yeah, he kind of just looks like the zombie dragons in Sacred Stones, the final map, but a bit more purple. He's pretty cool. Okay, let's go ahead and have Edith. I'm just gonna get her out of the way. Physic up, Sylvan. And let's dance for Sylvan. Yeah, you can kind of see where this is going. And let's bonk him again. And let's see. Ah, that's a shame. Although he does live. Yeah, I kind of want Joseph to do this because he's my favorite unit in the game, so... Leia would make it sense for it too, so I guess we'll give it to her. She doesn't die from this either. Kind of wanted him to one-shot, but it's fine. And yeah, she gets a crazy level up again. Almost. But pretty good, and I forgot to look at my units, but it's fine. They were good enough to win. Now, I thought here that I had to go up there and kill him again, but no. It cuts to cutscene. Kinda glad I also brought plot-relevant characters. And there he is! Yeah, maybe we have custom endings for people? Yeah, there he is. I was just gonna say, he should have been the one with Joseph and Wise. He does look a little chunkier, actually, in his sprite. Getting a lot of romantic supports. This is back on, like, chapter 4. Kind of wish I did get some more A's. And turn count. Yeah, I usually don't care about this. $600 even. And we get some people. Yeah, Parvati's someone I'd like to have used more. I hear there was an update to this hack while I was reading recently, and Parvati has her own weapon, so if she can have like a rune that doesn't break where you don't have to fight them, it might make her an interesting character to use. Yeah, we had this say support, but I guess they're not like a story important enough, sadly. He did serve us pretty well, even though his strength was bad. He's quite the utility unit with thieving, healing, and dancer. Yeah, S tier. She was alright for when we used her. I wish her strength were a little bit better, but maybe if I wasn't like planning on using Leia as much as I did, I probably would put her on the team. By the way, I know some people have said it looked pretty hard, this game, overall, the difficulty back in the boat map where we had to defend the boat, but there is a version of this where you can get a friendly version. I would recommend maybe people play that if they want to use like other characters. Pepper was a good filler pre-promote too. I still think Sylvan was like the best, but having 2 Sylvans or a mini Sylvan wouldn't be a bad idea. I didn't really use you, but you were squishy. And there are also other characters in this game that I didn't get. Like, I believe there's 2 that are exclusives of Maddening or Lunatic modes, so if you were playing that, you would get to see some more people. Of course, like, route split characters. I wish I got you. Okay, she didn't die at least. Yeah, you can't choose to help Raizo, but I think I did do her map right with all the male units at least, so that is doable. Just don't choose Raizo, which means you'd probably miss out on Yvette, sadly. Illegal or disagree with her, that's funny. Yeah, Shiloh, male healer, helpful for the Amanda map, and just helpful to deploy when we did have him when we had room to bring him. She kind of didn't gain speed for me, I think. So yeah, she kind of reminded me of like a Lelina type, very heavy hitting and very slow. But her counterpart is Wanda, which was a red-haired cavalier that kind of worked like Ariel did, promoted the same thing. Eamon we didn't use because he was a soldier that didn't seem very good. Which is a shame because the soldier class is always something that people really like want in more hacks or in games. I didn't really use Shane, but Filler Flyer. If you did have room on your team somehow and you didn't train people, I guess he'd be a good replacement for Wise. Although my Wise feel like he was strength screwed, so maybe I could have tried Shane out a little bit more, but he didn't have any supports. Yeah, the Joseph Wise support really helped Wise stay on my team. She seems like she'd be a very fun unit to use. I just didn't like how far apart her leave and join time were. Because I feel like she was doing pretty decently for me at the beginning of the game. Helga I did want to use, but we just didn't really have enough room. Once I got Curtis, I was kind of set on him too, male Pegasus Knight. And she doesn't like Faith. People are telling me Rob seemed pretty good, but I'm just not an Armor Knight person. He was very helpful in that defense map in the dark, back when we started with Boone. I think that was right at the end of the time skip. Or at the beginning of the time skip. I think I used Benji for like a map, and he was alright, but I was still trying to use Winifred, and Caden kind of just outclassed all of them. Yeah, a lot of the units I really can't form an opinion on when I never use them, and obviously never play this game to like make a proper tier list because it's just, oh, I never use. I thought Curtis was really fun to use, and he was pretty good too. Should have maybe gave him the Dorado staff, or lance, but Wise kind of needed it more. So yeah, Curtis, very interesting unit, loved him. Wyatt was actually surprisingly useful for me for a lot of the game. I thought I'd bench him earlier than I did, but he just seemed to have a place on my team for a good section of the mid-game. And when I brought him back to Amanda's map. I think I brought him back, yeah. Oh, we have a Gale Force Prince. If he had Gale Force, that'd be insane. We have a Bromance. Yeah, Joseph, I think, was my favorite character. I liked his personality. He just kind of like cut to the point when we were discussing things, and he just murdered things. Yvette, very helpful character. Very interesting unit too. Buffing our team's attack. I know we did it with Leia a lot. Defense helpful too, so I'm glad I went the route to get her. She was definitely worth it. Maybe even more worth it than Amanda, not sure, can't really make that call. This unit I wish turned out better in my level ups. He is adorable. He reminds me of Ash in appearance with the freckles. Apparently he has the immunity in the endgame, so maybe would be worth training. At least one less person you have to put one of the instruments on. Edith was a very good pre-promote. I think I deployed her in every map after she joined. So even though I kind of got screwed with the other girl, Edith filled in nicely. Tanya. Name slipped my mind, but yeah. So if you didn't train a mage, or your mage just got RNG screwed, Edith is a really good filler. He seemed like a really good filler too, like a Joseph 2.0. The problem is I just really liked the units I was using. But he was pretty helpful in the few maps I did bring him. He brought us a good wind tome, too. Queenie was decent when she joined. She was getting some good levels, but I feel like she fell off a bit at the end. I really wish I maybe made her, I think her other promotion was Bishop. Really kind of wish she had staves during my whole run. Virgil fell off for me. He was kind of really bad when he rejoined, but early game utility. Puts him over a crappy unit. I would actually like to use him if I were to replay this in like the friendly mode. I'd probably play it in friendly just so I can use whoever and not worry about anyone getting screwed over. Grant was another one I kind of wish I could bring, even though I'm not big on Armor Knights. He was really solid in the first like 10 chapters or so. If he had Great Knight promotion, that could be fun to use. Catherine, yeah, I was torn between her and Ariel, but she kind of won out in the end. I just like having a bishop. And my Ariel didn't seem to do too good, but if I play this again, I'd probably use Ariel over her. It's a shame she didn't have a support. She did have a support with Leah, but it wasn't just a placeholder, so didn't really get to see her conversation at all. Brett is another character I would have liked to use. Just mages overall I really like. Early game. I don't think he leveled too good, but if I got lucky with him, I could see him being a really good mainstay for the team. Not sure if he promotes into a Griffin like Joseph did. And here's another character people told me were really good. He was really good. I just don't really use thieves, but he was helpful in the time we had him. But if he did get blessed, I could see maybe using a knife user long term. Terran was just a solid pre-promote we had in the mid-game. I do think my units were a lot better than him when he joined, but he still held his own in some chapters, so liked having him. He was a little on the slow side, too, which was a shame. At least we got to see him be awesome in, like, Chapter 5 where Brett joined. Yeah, Caspian I really wanted to use, but he just kind of fell off for me. It's funny because in the practice run he was doing worse, but then practice run Caspian overtook my main file Caspian, and yeah, I didn't get to use him, and I eventually overwrote that file. Yeah, definitely try and use the pink-haired people in another run. And yeah, another character I did want to use, but her strength was just kind of mediocre. She probably would have ended up stronger than Lang, though, but Lang's utility just made him more of a mainstay than her, and Kaden just kind of came in, once again, blew them away. I don't think I got her to an A with, Miles, either. Travis seemed a little lacking in, like, offense, but I think he had an option to go, like, into a magical class. So yeah, I would like to see that, so maybe Travis would be one, worth using in another run, too. Yeah, she just, I felt like, was kind of lacking stat-wise, so I benched her, but mounted healer. Always good. Always mobile, but I'm happy I still use Catherine. I don't know if she would get light magic and have access to Seraphim, though. And that was really helpful in a lot of areas, having Seraphim and having Catherine just elite things. Lionel seemed like a not really good, like, Athos-type character. He just seemed a little, like... he just seemed mediocre compared to the units I trained up. Whereas, like, Athos is, like, on par or better, but he's kinda not all that impressive. Miles was decent in the early game, but for me, Sword Masters and Myrmidons, as people on my channel know, I don't really like them all that much. Just one range, footlocked. I just find that there's better units. Even good Sword Masters like Joshua, I tend to bench over better units like in main games. Lil was a really fun unit to use. I had a lot of fun with the healer that could fight from when she was up unpromoted, and then just being a flyer with light magic was something very different. And I did like this the whole Phoenix thing. Just like a flying bishop. Like imagine Archer with like Cormat or Tana's movement. That's kind of like what she kind of reminded me of a little bit. And the Secret Affair. Do they actually end up together? That cutscene didn't seem like it would go anywhere. Okay, so they, I guess, went with other people. I don't think absence makes the heart grow fonder. It probably makes them less of that. Alright, Boone and Sylvan, the bromance. Yeah, these are like the two best physical units in the game. I'd really highly recommend this support if you are having trouble, because Boon obviously mandatory, Sylvan good. I feel like that's like the best support you can get. And yeah, that was Lonely Mirror, so a pretty long game as well. I think this is like 53 or 4 parts, so kind of a long one if you are planning to play it. Get ready to play it for quite a while. Yeah. Overall, I really like the character designs. I like all the different classes in, these hacks. When you get to use things that are different to vanilla, like you wouldn't have this in GBA. Just all the different like choices we could have here. Kind of keeping on par with the rest of the series with how classes like evolve and change. Yeah, and we didn't look at our units. So Boon, let's just see how they turned out. Max power. Although we did get some levels afterwards, so this isn't like the final. Yeah, I think maybe mine got a point of magic because he was doing 6 damage, or maybe the boss spawned with more HP. Why does I feel like was lacking? I feel like I may have gotten strength screwed, but I think his growth was only 45%, so maybe not. Best physical unit. Solid all around, flyer, good stats. Bow units, kind of 50-50 on, but when you have a horse, when you have access to swords, although Sniper does have the nice niche of having the long range, so that kind of gives you a nice trade-off. I think original Sacred Stones does that too. Dancer, yeah. I can't remember, I think Queenie was a bishop, but she picked off some enemies. She was pretty helpful overall, and having her on the final map where she has the immunity is nice. Catherine, good unit. Loved having access to this. It kind of saved me in some of those heavy monster maps. Okay, so Leia as a unit, a sword girl, you'd expect her to be bad, but just having access to the 2 range was incredibly helpful, so I do like how this unit turned out, because she kind of gave me the impression that she'd be like an Erica, just like really weak, locked on foot, locked to swords, that whole deal that we don't want to like put up with, but yeah, having magic and having a 2-range sword really helped her out a lot. So yeah, if anyone's making a hack with sword girls, please fix the sword problems. Yvette, useful unit, I think I mentioned all in her ending card there. I think she was worth it to get and skip Amanda for. Lang, weak, but very versatile, a lot of utility, so I'm happy I had him. Although I wish his strength was more than 11. Yeah, and then all the other people. So yeah, that's Lonely Mirror. Really long hack, really challenging. People did comment that they thought it was really hard, really reinforcement heavy. I'm not sure if the friendlier versions are the same, but I think the enemies have less bulk. So if you did want to try this hack out, I'd recommend maybe starting with that just to see how you like it, and then move on to this, the classic mode, I think it's called. I'm in classic hard, which is the 2nd highest difficulty. There is a lunatic or maddening, I don't know which one it's called, but the lunatic version of this, if you really want to try and test your skills, go for it. And yeah, this has been a really fun hack, and I will see you for the next playthrough.